Okay, so I think this will be the last spa video. Just really wanted to follow on from the emptying out videos that I did a few weeks ago. If anyone watched those, you might want to know how long things took to heat up after it was drained and refilled. The temperature of the water when it was back in was about 16 degrees, and as you know, I keep this at 37 degrees, and it took 12 hours to warm up completely to 37 degrees. And just really wanted to mention the chemicals when you have refilled. Obviously you need to put the chlorine in pretty much immediately and allow that to heat up over those 12 hours and then get that chlorine level correct. As you know, I keep it between 3 and 5. The recommendation is a little bit lower in the UK, between 1.5 and 3, but it's very easy to let that slide and end up with very little chlorine in there, which is a situation you do not want to ever arise. So as I say, I keep it between 3 and 5, allows for any little errors. So the important thing with this is getting the pH correct, and it's very tempting to get in there and constantly be checking the pH and adding pH increaser or pH decreaser, but it really seems to take a week to 2 weeks for this to become really stable. And I would check the pH once you've got it to temperature and the chlorine is in, and if it does need adjusting, I would put half a capful of whichever way it needs to go's chemical in, and then test it a couple of days later. Don't be testing it immediately or within a few hours. It does take a while for the new water to I don't know, settle in is the wrong word, but something happens over those first few weeks where it just all the chemicals seem to stabilise. So just monitor the pH and adjust it a little bit at a time, and test it at least a day, or in my case 2 days later, and adjust again accordingly. You'll find after a week to 2 weeks in my case that everything will become more stable, and hopefully you'll be good to go for the next 10 to 12 weeks. Today is maintenance day, so I thought we'd get this video out of the way. I did also say I'd report any issues that may develop, and we did actually have an issue. There was a increasingly loud vibrating noise coming from just over in that far corner. There's a pump just underneath that seat area. It's the main pump that's actually on now. You can see it's the circulation pump, and it's also the 2-speed pump that operates on the lounger at the far end there. And yeah, the noise just became almost unbearable. I could have popped the panels off myself to have a look, but it's brand new Spa, so might as well get the guys out we bought it from. And they came out. They've taken off the arms for the cover and removed the panel, and on top of the motor there is a small plastic box, and inside it there are all the wire connections, and also connected to that there is a fairly large capacitor that is sat in a plastic cylinder, and that plastic cylinder is held in place by, I mean, it's just like a U-shape clip like that, and the clip had become loose, and the whole capacitor housing was just vibrating backwards and forwards in the gap that it had and then it was just rubbing on a screw in that plastic housing. So that's been dealt with, and it's as quiet as it was when it was new now, and no further issues. So yeah, that's it. Thoroughly recommend this particular spa. It was the Venus spa, bought from Best Buys in Wellingborough, at the low end of the price range where you'll get a good quality spa. Any less than this and I think you're going to end up with a not so good product, and yeah, we've been very pleased with it. Possibly these videos have been useful to somebody thinking of buying a spa. But yeah, anyway, that's it, last one. Won't bother you with any more of this. I think we've probably covered everything from you know, choosing it to maintenance, and as I say, hopefully that was useful to somebody. Catch you all later.